What's going on YouTube? This is Fish Freak Phil, giving you guys an update on the EVO Fluval 13.5. Just kind of give you guys an overhead look of what's going on here. Gosh, this is pretty dope looking. Although I gotta admit, my corals would look better in terms of they've got a couple of corals that are suffering right now. And this is my tropic corals. This SPS frag here, MSPS. They seem to be, and I think it's due to low alkalinity. In fact, I'm almost positive. So I'm working on get that up. But the zoanthids, as you can see, are looking pretty dope. Those are my fire and ice. Right now, the lights are dropping low pretty quickly. My Rastazoas are making a comeback, and surprisingly, I had some up here, like right above there. But on the back side of the rock, they've also started growing. Now I've actually looked. If you look way down on the floor between the shelves there, so we can zoom in on there for you. Look at that, it's one Rasta just chilling. Thinking it just dropped off. Colony down there. I don't mind those growing. So, and I found another one, and I mean, let me know if you guys had zoas that kind of floated around. If you look, I have another one in this colony. How it ended up there, I don't know. Spores, I don't know. Like I said, I'm a newbie in this hobby. So these clove polyps, man, I love them, but I can't pay these guys to grow. Right now they're closing up. You know, like I said, lights are going down. I have my flow off. That's why, if you notice, I have daisy pops here, but they've gone night night. GSP is growing pretty dope. It's actually grown. There's a portion here that's actually sticking out. That's not even attached to rock. It's just basically sticking out, trying to get attached to something. I'm gonna have to watch that closely because I don't want it growing on anything but see, look at that. You see the movement in there? Is that dope or what? Like I shut off my flow a little while ago. There's no flow in the tank. You can look at everything else, but you can see him like pulling in, going to sleep. That's pretty dope. I've never actually watched that. Typically, you see them moving due to the flow and stuff like that, or something comes in and that, disturbs them. You see them attract, but look at them tucking in for the night. But yeah, you see clove polyps, man. I was hoping I'd put them up there. Originally you were down lower. They were doing okay. They weren't really growing too much. So I put them up higher, hoping that more light would help. And they've pretty much remained status quo. I don't know if they're slow growers or what the deal is with them, but I mean, they seem happy, I guess. Supposedly, they just don't grow. This colony of zoas is, man, this thing it's looking pretty dope. I'm very tempted to just put it up against that rock there and just let it just take over. Like at this point, I really wanted these clove pops to really take this entire rock. They just, man, I gotta buy like 60 frags just to get it to go to do that. This is Montipora setosa, orange. I put this frag in my tank and it just about bleached out, and I had it in a more shaded area to kind of slowly acclimate it in there, and I put it in there within a day or two. It just, I thought it was literally dead, but I figured, so I'm just gonna leave it in there. We'll see what happens. The only reason I left it in there, I saw a couple of little orange white dots here and there on it. It was almost literally all white. I didn't see any, it didn't look like there was anything left except for a very light orange dusting in certain areas. And it looks like it's making a comeback. except for one area there is the tip there. You can see like there's some algae on there that caught on there, some green hair algae or something like that. What I'm going to be doing is actually, I got this product. Now, I was doing some research and I found out that fluconazole kills Bryopsis. Early videos, I thought I had Bryopsis in this tank based on what I was seeing. It wasn't Bryopsis at all. It was green hair algae. And so I got this reflux. I was looking for a fluconazole, just plain fluconazole, and I came across this bulk reef supply. 10 capsules treats 100 gallons. One capsule per 10 gallons. And you have to turn off your skimmer for the first 3 days. Turn off your skimmer, remove any medias that turn off skimmer, and activated carbon and phosphate removers for the first 3 days. And after that you can go ahead and put it back in after the first few days. So right now I did my, and you're supposed to let it run from 10 to 14 days. I'm going to be treating this with 1 capsule, which treats 10 gallons. It's a 13-gallon tank. And I'm going to let it go for 14 days. And I did a 4-gallon water change. That's more than what I normally do. At max, I usually do 3 gallons on this tank. But I did a 4-gallon water change yesterday night. And I'm going to just go ahead and let it run for 14 days. And hopefully we can get rid of some of this hair algae for good, hopefully. I had it mostly up in this area. I've pointed out in previous videos, thinking it was Bryopsis. It would come and go, but lately this has been coming, and I've got it in tufts in certain areas. I pulled it out. I had it in tufts in certain areas on my gravel, so I pulled it out, and back in here, it's dark right now, so you can't really see. Actually, let me see if I can get some light in here. So back in between the rocks, let's see if I can. It's hard to really see it there. I'm using 2 hands already, but back in there is a big green patch of it. So I'm gonna take pictures and do a before and after shots for you guys to get a better. Right now with the lights going down, it's kind of hard to see. Plus, it's in an area that's really hard to see with trying to shoot it with use 2 cameras or a light and a camera to kind of point out what it is. But basically, I'm gonna basically inject it in here. It's supposed to dilute it in some water, tank water, and then put it in a high flow area, and then let it run for 3 days. Then turn my skimmer on to catch any dying debris and stuff like that, and then I can put my media back in, like especially the phosphate, because I'm assuming the phosphates are probably gonna jump up with dying debris and stuff like that in the tank. But things are looking pretty dope. Not all the corals, because like I said before, I think low alkalinity is killing me. It's hurting these corals right here. I gotta say, I have these purple trumpet corals. They've gotten slightly larger. I swear, these are the slowest growing corals on the planet. Like I think this is one of the oldest. It's actually the oldest coral in this tank, I think, aside from maybe this frog spawn. This is older. Actually, no, this is old. This predates the frog spawn. So this is the oldest coral in this tank right now, because I took out the hammers that I had in here, and it has not grown. I mean, this is not grown for Jack. I thought the clove hops were bad, but these, like, man, like this is, they just don't grow. I don't know if anybody have purple trumpet corals and with their takedowns on them, but yeah, if you have any success, please comment below. Let me know. And maybe I feed them. The way I treat them the same way I treat my other corals and everything like that. And they like these, man. They're right now they're looking pretty crappy. Look at that. This is the worst I've seen them. Right now they're looking all jacked up. Literally yesterday they were like. I also noticed the discoloration on them. Definitely not a good sign, but yesterday they were so plump. That whole area here, it basically it looked like a big mushroom. This whole head right here. Same thing with this. But yeah, I'm thinking this is all due to low alkalinity. We'll see soon. And I don't know if you can look on here. See, it looks like a white skeleton on there, but what the camera is not picking up on there, there's a whole lot of, you can see the small polyps, and unfortunately this iPhone camera just won't pick it up. But yeah, that's what's happening with this tank. I am going to be running this with only 3 fish in here. I took the as far as ick, I don't know if it's still in his tank. I'm assuming it is. The fish that was affected mostly by this tank, I removed out here. I didn't try to catch the other ones. I don't see them flashing or anything like that. I removed the UV sterilizer that I had running in there. I just want to get back to what I was doing before, when everything was running solid, when everything was running, basically, you know, I didn't have to, you know, back to the point when I was running this tank with no water changes. I want to get back to that point where, and I'm not necessarily gonna go without water changes, but I want to go back to when my tank was that stable. I can go weeks on end without water changes. That's when I want to get this back to. So I've actually lowered the buy load by removing the 1 fish, and I only have 3 fish in here. I have my firefish, my tail spot blenny, and my Rainford goby. I have no plans to introduce any new fish to this tank, and yes, I will be quarantining any new fish that I get before they come in here. Absolutely not. I know that there's ick still in this tank, obviously, because I had a fish with ick in here, suffering from it. I was not going to tear this tank down to get those other fish out of it. There was no way in hell I was going to do that. Like, I tried chasing them around for a while, and then I was like, you know something, they're either going to have to live with it or die. That's basically what it came down to. I'm sorry. Like, and they literally, it was only the 1 fish that was bothered by it. My tail spot blenny flashed. He was flashing at one point and then stopped. He's completely, I'm always watching him because I've had a few of them, and they just, at some point in time, for whatever reason, they've died in the past. Knock on wood, this guy's been doing pretty dope. I want to keep it that way. Yeah, so that's literally, you know, keeping it 100 with y'all. Like, that's just what it is. I want to get back to where my tank is running stable again, where I can keep this basically low maintenance, because I have the other tank, the Cobalt Aquatic CV40, that's larger, that's newer, that is going to take more attention on my part in dealing with. Anyway, hope you guys like the video. Please leave your comments in this. Please comment. I will get back to you as soon as I can. Anyway, giving you an update on my Fluval EVO 13.5. Do your research, try things out, and see what happens. Later, y'all.